Hello, crafty friends. Carrie here. Today I am going to be doing a simple signature. In the group that I'm an admin in, Arts and Swaps, we are having a monthly simple signature swap. And I had said I would do a video for people who may not have ever done any kind of junk journal before and may really not understand what a signature is. And when I say simple, I really do mean these are simple signatures. There's not going to be any binding. We're not making covers. We're making signatures every month. And then the swap partners will collect them and they will choose how to bind them and how to cover them. I will come back at a later time and do some videos showing how to actually make some different styles of covers and different types of bindings. Some very easy bindings as well as, some like a 3-hole pamphlet stitch, but I will also show some no-sew ones and some journal covers. But first things first, this simple signature is supposed to have 10 pages. We are basically using a regular size sheet of paper, a 8.5 by 11. And when you fold it, you're just going to bring the corners together. You're going to fold it. And then this is going to be the size of our journal. So our journal will be 5.5 inches wide by 8.5 inches long. This is part of my thing. I don't necessarily know that this is going in my journal. This just happens to be my paper. By the way, I use white copy paper. I put it down on my thing when I'm doing stuff. And I do save this to put into things because then you can get some really interesting kind of dyed printed papers that are totally unique because they're just whatever happened on your surface. So for this project, you are going to need scissors. You will need some type of a paper trimmer. You will need some glue, whatever your favorite glue is, or tape. I have this. This is my favorite tape runner. This is the Glue Arts Glue Glider Pro. I like this. It's very lightweight. It's not super big. And to me, it's the easiest to use. That's the one I like. I know a lot of people like the bigger, bulkier one. I had one. Actually, it's going to be going up for sale on my in my eBay account at some point. I got a box of stuff. Every time I try to use it, it messes up. Then I have my favorite, Aleene's Tacky Glue. I have some Mod Podge because I'm going to show you guys how to make a tag from scratch. And then I have some of my other favorite glue, which is Tombow Mono Liquid Glue, the clear. I like this for some things, so I have that there. Now, I do have a few little bits and pieces of things. So what I want to do is show you, first thing is getting your pages together. So here are 2 pages that I took out of a book. I have a book, Biltmore Gardens. It's a book on it anyway. And the back section of the book is a reproduction of their 1912 catalog. So I took out 2 pages that happen to have stuff about comb bearers or evergreens. So this one is a page about it, and it has it on the back too. I don't know if that looks like it's kind of glaring, but anyway. And then this was their price list, and so I also took that. Now, I don't know if these are exactly, so let me lay this on a page. So as you can see, this is a bit smaller than an 8.5 by 11. Now in my instructions posted on the group, I did say of the 10 pages in the signature to have 6 of them be full-size pages, and then the others could vary. So I probably will use that for some of my varying. Now, I haven't been feeling too well lately, so I haven't done much in the way of crafting. So these are left from when I did this. This here, get this close. This is from one of those, I meant to bring it in with me so I could show it to you. Composition books, the ones with the little black and white covers where it's sewn in the middle of the composition book. What I did, and you can see actually where the strings came out. I went in and I opened it to the middle of the book, and I went through and I cut all the little strings. Then I took a bunch of these pages out, just lifted them off of the strings so they stayed whole, and I coffee dyed them. Now, I'll tell you what, when I coffee dye what I like with these pages, I didn't even have these pages separated at that time. They were all, I just took a stack out of the book, all clumped together, stuck them on a tray, poured some coffee over them, flipped them over a few times until they got kind of wet, popped them in my oven at, I think I set it at 350. Popped it in the oven. I did stay in the kitchen while I was doing it. And then kind of checked them every, I don't know, few minutes. And, oh, when I popped them in my oven, sorry. When I took them off the strings like this, I did open them like this when I laid them on the tray. So they were open flat, but it was just a stack of them. I didn't separate each page. Coffee dyed them. So then as they kind of dried, I pulled them apart and would stick some down on a lower rack. And that's how I did it. You could take each page, do it individually and all of that. But that's what I did. And I did this because I kind of like the idea of having some, because when you use if you use notebook paper and you end up turning it this way to fold, your lines are going this way. And I just wanted some where the lines are kind of, even though the lines blurred when you dyed it, I don't know how well I'm focusing here. Even though the lines blurred when I dyed it, you can still kind of sort of see the lines as guides. So I am going to use some of this. I have this paper, which I got from my sister-in-law when she traded some stuff with me. It's white on the back, but I do like this, and I am going to use it. I also got this from her, which is not an exact 8.5 by 11. I think it's a little longer, so I'm going to have to trim it down. I don't know that I'm going to use that on the inside. I have a piece of graph paper. I have a piece of onion skin. I want to put that in. And this is like a parchment-like type paper, which I kind of liked. And then I have this scrap from a 12 by 12 sheet that I want to cut and use. So for me, I should say, because the theme for this month's swap is fall and woodland. So, and it's open to anybody to interpret how they want to interpret it. For me, fall and woodland is more about color than it is about anything else. So okay, so I want this trimmed to 8.5. So I'm setting mine. I have a Martha Stewart one, which I really like, and you slide this to set it, but you would do your paper cutter however you do it. So I know my paper's Scat Cat. I know my paper's 12 inches going this way, and I need one side to be 11. So I don't want to trim the 8 this way. I want to trim the 8 this way where I have my scraps already. So for mine, I set it up the 8.5, and then I'm hoping, ooh, that one's going to have a little nip out of it. I don't know whether you can see that or not. If I move it back, you might can't. I don't know. One of the places that I punched out. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do that and just use that as a decoration, if it even is still on there when I trim down for the 11. So I'm going to do this, and that gives me the 8.5 that I need this way. Then I need to take an inch off of this, which I could do here, but that's still going to leave part of that flower. So I think since I'm going to leave the flower, I think I'm going to leave it like that. And I'm going to come here and set that to take an inch off the top. Okay. And then all I need to do is fold it. Okay. So there's one. use as far as things that would not necessarily be full-size papers. And one that I just like this, because also for me, sometimes fall is about the colors. And so this paper has kind of a brownish print. Now it is white on the back, and I'm going to show you a neat technique to do with your white papers. So I will take this, and I don't need to cut it at 8.5. I need to cut it at 11, and that's a piece of scrapbook paper. So yes, I need to take an inch off. Okay. And then fold it. And lay it over here because it will go in my book. And then I have some other pieces that I really like, but I think that this gives me plenty of pages. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It gives me 11. I prefer an even number of pages. So what else would I like to add for a page? Okay. No, I think I'm going to do this strip of typing. So now you can see this one's going to be a really narrow page. And here again, this is all cut off of a 12-inch paper pad, so I know I need to take ½ inch off. Which actually I could have waited and not done. Okay, I'm going to fold it in half. And okay. And fold it in half. Okay. I don't think, well, I will need the paper cutter when I go to make the tag, but I won't worry about that right now. So now